Ow. Okay, today's video, doing the rear shocks on the Acadia. This goes for Acadia, Traverse, Outlook, and Enclave. In the last video, I changed out the front strut, show you how to do that. In the rear, this video, we're going to change out the rear shocks. Much more straightforward than the last one. Here is the part number of the shocks I'm using, Rock Auto. Okay, so you have 21mm bolt, 21mm nut down here, 15mm bolt here, 18mm nut. I'm going to break the bottom loose with the impact gun. You don't need an impact gun if you don't have it. You can just use hand tools, but you know, power tools make everything that much faster. For the top, you have a couple options. So you have your brake lines right here. You can take it, loosen this up, and then try and slide this bolt out and not damage your brake line. It can be done. You can do that if you want. You can also take off the 10mm bolt here to slide the entire brake bracket free, so you can move that out of the way and not have to worry about it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this bolt up. Then I'm just going to pop these two 15mm bolts right here for the bracket that hold it in. Take that out so the bracket comes off. I'm going to leave the bolt in, slide the new shock over the bolt, and then the bracket, put that on there and kind of tighten up that way. You could also not do this and then just kind of hammer this in between these brackets, but it's kind of tight, so I recommend probably not doing it that way. Now I have it up on the jack stand here, and since I'm doing it on my own, I got a floor jack underneath the control arm because I may need to have to lower it up or down to get this bolt to slide in and out easily or not. So the shock does come with a washer that has kind of a dome side on it. That dome side goes into the control arm. There's a pocket for it, so you slide that up in there in between the shock and the control arm, sits right in there. So that's where that goes. Okay, let's do this. Out. Save those. Now we have, of course, I left the actual socket wrench I need. Every time I do this stuff, I realize how many box end wrenches I have lost over time. Save that. Of course, I forgot my 15mm impact socket. Hang on. Bracket off. Shock off. Watch out for the e-brake cable. Old shock out of the way. You can see that the old shock has a built-in kind of dome thing on it. The new ones don't. Because they're more universal, that's why they have that that washer that comes with them. I've already primed these shocks, which means I push down on it, cycle pressure through, let it come out, and do it again a couple times. You don't necessarily have to do it, but why not? Doesn't hurt anything. Take the new washer. You can see that, I don't know, maybe you can see past more and see that little divot in there. That's where that washer goes. That slides in there. Get on there. All right, just run that down a bit. Alright, then you have 52 foot-pounds on top, 74 on the bottom. Get your torque wrench set. Need an adapter on this bottom one. There's a 74. There you go. That's it. As you can see, much faster than the front. So that was, starting this video, 8 minutes. Aside from, you know, jacking up the car and taking the wheel off, 8 minutes to actually do the work here. Rear shocks are usually always way easier than the fronts. Sometimes the only thing that can make rear shocks more difficult is if they have where the upper part of the shock attaches somewhere up inside the car and you got to take some panels or carpet and stuff out of the way like that. But other than that, there you go. That quick, that simple. All right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And I will see you guys next time.